You all know that they took what's called the Hippocratic Oath. Hippocrates said many years ago, "Let thy food be medicine, and thy medicine be thy food." Yes, we can change who we are, no matter whether it's cancer, or hepatitis C, or HIV. These things can all be arrested, they can all be stopped, and they can all be reversed because our body is a renewable resource. Yes, a new stomach lining every 4 days, a new layer of skin every 28, and that's right, a new body every 16 to 18 months. I've seen it happen. I want you to know today what the truth says. I'm first going to talk to you and show you the original Hippocratic Oath that was used up until 1964, and it was translated from the Greek. And for time's sake, I'm going to cut right to the chase. The old classical oath of the Hippocratic Oath for doctors said in the 3rd paragraph, "I will apply dietetic measures for the benefit of the sick according to my ability and judgment. I will keep them from harm and injustice." Please note, I will apply dietetic measures. Where does your doctor today able to tell you, or where has he practiced with you, finding out what you're eating, how to prevent the diseases from happening? You go to this man for a cure, but yet he doesn't tell you anything on how to prevent it. Could it be because it makes him money? Or more importantly, could it be because a big pharma taught him how to practice medicine, and maybe he was duped? I want you to look at the next paragraph. "I will neither give a deadly drug to anyone who asked for it, nor will I make a suggestion to this effect." Now I want you to look at the new Hippocratic Oath. The new Hippocratic Oath has many changes. I want to bring up a point. It was changed in 1964 by a man named Luis Lasagna at Tufts University. Mr. Lasagna also became one of the heads of the Food and Drug Administration after being in the American Medical Association. Could this be due to their certain influences and pressures for money or for position or for power? I want you to notice something that it says very carefully. It says in the 4th paragraph, "I will remember that there is art to medicine as well as science, that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may outweigh the surgeon's knife and the chemist's drug." You'll notice that the chemist's drug has now been put in. Where did this come from and why? Could this have been something from Big Pharma? "Most especially must I tread with care in matters of life and death. If it is given to me to save a life, all thanks." Well, of course, we would all be wonderful people, and we would want to help people and save a life. But notice what continues. "But it may also be within my power to take a life." Whoa! Within my power to take a life. You're going to a man, and you're going to sign a release, and he has the power to take your life. I want you to think about this. "This awesome responsibility must be faced with great humbleness and awareness of my own frailty." What? He's afraid that someone will come back and kill him? Or maybe take his life? But the next point is absolutely ludicrous. It is absolutely insanity. "Above all, I must not play at God." He can give a life or he can take it, and he's not playing God? This is hypocrisy in itself. I say, take your health into your own hands. That going to a doctor is a big possibility for you actually signing your life away. Is it about your health or is it about his money? I want you to stop and look at these things. Your health is important, and so are your loved ones.
The doctors gave me 3 months to live because of widespread metastatic cancer in my skeletal structure. 3 months. 3 different doctors told me that same thing.
It's a horrible, horrible feeling to have someone tell you that the person that you love only has 3 months to live and you're not going to be with him anymore.
While Fred was preparing to die, he heard about an anti-cancer diet, also known as metabolic therapy. With nothing to lose, he gave it a try and was shocked when it actually worked.
And the cancer was gone completely. To this day, there's no trace of it, and it's been over a year.
Although it wasn't easy, Fred stopped eating carbohydrates because carbohydrates turn into glucose inside your body. Cancer cells love glucose and need it so badly that if you stop giving it to them, they die. When they removed carbohydrates from the diets of lab mice, the mice survived highly aggressive metastatic cancer, even better than when they were treated with chemotherapy.
We have dramatically increase survival with metabolic therapy. So we think it's important to get this information out.
And it's not just lab mice. He's also seen similar success in people, lots of them.
I've been in correspondence with a number of people, probably at least a dozen people, and over the last 1.5 to 2 years, and all of them are still alive, so despite the odds.
People like Fred, who deprive their cells of glucose and fuel them with ketone bodies instead, eat what's known as a ketogenic diet. It consists of almost zero carbohydrates, but lots of natural protein and fat.
You can go online and there's just cookbooks, and it's clean eating, just very clean eating. None of the sugars, the salts, the trash food.
Natural proteins are ones in their original form, but processed meats like cold cuts and hot dogs are off limits because often carbohydrates have been added to them. Stay away from trans fats such as shortening or margarine, which are man-made. In his book, The Great Cholesterol Myth, he says the real cause of heart disease is inflammation, which comes from eating too many carbohydrates.
We need to coach our patients and empower them about the dangers of sugar. Unfortunately, they're not hearing that. They're hearing the converse, the dangers of fat. Fat is healthy for you, as long as you avoid trans fats.
So by cutting back on carbohydrates and eating natural fats and proteins, you could improve your heart health and even wipe out cancer.